Hey everybody, this is Grace. And in this video, I'm going to talk about, when somebody does something that messes up your world, and it's not something you caused to happen. You didn't ask for it. There was no way you could have prevented it. You didn't do it. You were not involved at all in any shape, way, shape, form, or fashion. It could be something like a neighbor does something crazy. Now, you didn't ask your neighbor to do that. The neighbor just is a little insane and does, crazy, insane things. Like I had a neighbor who rode his van with one of those big boulders over my yard because he wanted to get to his yard, by pointing in his yard through mine to drop off that big boulder. Okay, I have what are those called? Sprinkler system. Yeah, luckily it didn't mess it up, but really, something like that. You didn't ask for it. You didn't cause it. Well, that's what I'm going through. I'm going through, as of yesterday, another one of those kinds of things. Not that same situation, but I don't usually go into detail about things that, are kind of private, and I don't know where it's going to go. Some of these things that people do, you might wind up having to get a lawyer and so on, so you don't want to make it all public. Nobody should make everything about their lives, life so public. So I'm going through that, and one of the things I notice that I do, and I'm not sure, it's a coping mechanism, which isn't all that healthy, but it helps. And given I have, diabetes and hypertension, whatever helps at the moment, okay, sometimes it has to be that way for me. I'm not saying that should be that way for anybody, okay? Read my disclaimer below this video on YouTube, Okay, but the thing I do is I focus on things that aren't very important. They're basically trivial in comparison, and I do that. It's like a pressure release valve for me, and just talking about them on video, like all the crazy petty stuff going to these. The action is petty. You're going to stores and you see this and you see that, or going wherever. But the purpose is not so petty. I've said that before. But these little things are trivial in comparison to some of the stuff that I've faced since I've been on YouTube. Oh my goodness, I've faced some things and never mentioned them. Never. Really, maybe hinted at it, but never really mentioned. I really think sometimes that's why I would love to do, at this point, the more I think about it, Patreon. I don't have mine set up, at all. Yeah. I have a Patreon, and I just subscribed. The reason why I'm saying that is because I just subscribed to somebody, when was it, 2 days ago? And I don't know how it works yet. I don't have a PayPal account. I think I had one, and I never used it many, many, many years ago when it first came out, and it was because I wanted to buy something or something like that. I think it was when PayPal first started, and I didn't like the way you have to set it up and everything. And then I think I still had the password because I keep a lot of my passwords and all together many years later, and looked it up and changed a lot of stuff on it. But I don't have it. I don't even know how to use it, honestly, don't. But I would like to do, where I'm going is Patreon. You can really say more. I get it when people say they don't want to talk about some things where everybody can see them. From what I understand, Patreon, you do know, maybe, I don't know, who's watching. Anyway, you just saw an example of what I was talking about. Yeah, think about things that are trivial in comparison. Talk about those things. Or I do videos that are about the subject similar to it. Okay? Like, I don't know. You'll see. I'll come up with some, I guess. I really don't know about right now. I'm trying to get caught up on my channel, on the videos I already have made. Some of them I've already uploaded, some of them I've already made but haven't uploaded, and now this one. Yeah, see, I told you I'll focus on things that are less, and it's good for me, they're less important. Like I said, it's good for me because it kind of releases, like right now I have a headache because of thinking about this so much. And also trying not to think about it too much because I know better. I know not better than to obsess over it. A big problem. I know better. At least for me, it's just too much. I can't go, put my head in the sand, but at the same time, can't just let it, consume me, overwhelm me. No. Talking about this, made me think about that crazy neighbor I had that has moved. I don't know how long it's been since they moved, but it was replaced by another one. But yeah, just as bad. But the one that she would sit out in her garage and smoke. And she had a daughter who had to have healthcare workers, caregivers. They're 24/7, 365. So she would sit out and this woman, the mother would sit out in the garage, like I said, smoking cigarettes pretty much all day. And anytime I would go and leave, she was the kind that thought that she owned the whole neighborhood. And she was like in her, I say maybe 40, mid-30s, maybe 40. But she just had that attitude. She was a real big woman. I would not know what she looked like up close. Never got up close to her, but she did come toward my house, and I was opening up the trunk of my SUV because my dogs were in it. I had taken my dog somewhere, and my dogs are big and mean, and she backed off. So I still don't know up close what she was like, looks like. I don't know where she is. She's in California now, from what I understand. But anyway, she would do that, and anytime I walk out, she would make some kind of noise or, say something rude, scream something. She was just crazy, if you ask me, just crazy. Narcissistic, some would say. So it made me think about that. I want to go into the post office here. I need to start going to check my mail more often. I think I had 3 of those weekly flyer packages, all those advertisements. 3 of them, so that's 3 weeks. Or at least 3, whatever days they put them in there. So, oh well, I'm going to start doing that more because I am trying to answer. I did 2. I think they were Christmas or before letters. Yeah, it's October. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I need to check my mail more often. And anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this up. There is something, like I said, I'm going to start not obsessing, but venting about little things and talking about little things. Yeah, and one of them, yeah, I got it, but I'll add it to another video. Anyway, if you want to subscribe to this channel, click the circle. If you want to watch another video on this channel, click on the rectangles, like, subscribe, comment, and share if you would, and I'll talk to y'all in another video. Bye.